We are a family of 4, and we have a daughter, Maddie, who is 13, and we have Sawyer, who is 8, and we've been married. Ron and I have been married for 20 years.
Sawyer is all boys. Sawyer genetically is the class clown. He gets that from me. He loves to make people laugh. He's rambunctious, loves working with his hands, loves tools, loves building things, projects.
We first noticed that Sawyer was tired. He had some bruising. I didn't think much about it because he's a typical boy. He was, going from daylight to sundown and very active little boy. We went to his pediatrician for a 7-year-old checkup, and that's when we realized that his counts were off a little bit, his blood counts, and we were referred to Dr. Pace at Children's Hospital.
When we got the call and the doctors told us that Sawyer had leukemia, immediately it was a sense of disbelief. Up to that point, we'd been led to believe that it wasn't, and it really took a minute for that to sink in, and then you just start running the whole gamut of emotions, anger, frustration, sadness, sorrow, worry. We'd never really been touched by anything like that personally as a family. Didn't know what that looked like. There was a lot of unknowns, and that was really the scariest part, was just the unknowns, not knowing what the treatment looked like, what the prognosis was.
That was on a Thursday, and we met with the doctor on Friday, and he explained further what exactly acute myeloid leukemia was, and he said, this is a high-risk form of leukemia that is rare in children. I knew when they said leukemia that, we were in for some major treatments, and I knew that, it was going to be a rough road ahead. Sawyer handled the diagnosis well. He's handled this whole thing very well. He's just been amazing through it all, upbeat, laughing, smiling. Now, he's had his moments where we've cried and he's cried, and it's been really hard, but for the most part, he has handled this really, really well.
Maddie has been phenomenal. I think she's shown a maturity well above her 12 years of age.
It was very difficult to juggle having 2 children because you're at the hospital with Sawyer, and that's where you feel like you need to be, but at the same time, you have another child who needs you, but Mommy and Daddy had to focus on Sawyer's health, and if it was her, we would have done the same thing.
What we hope is that he looks back on this and he understands how blessed and fortunate that he is, in a lot of different respects. And we've had so many people that have done so much for us, and one of the biggest things that we've learned out of this is, love comes in all shapes, forms, sizes, packages, if you will. And we've had so many people love on us over the last 14 months.
We hope that this has made him a stronger person, a better person, a more compassionate person, to be able to love on others who may be going through something similar.
He's taught me a lot. It's almost as if the roles were reversed, and he was the dad and I was the child, and he was teaching me. And I hope one day to be able to, to tell him how thankful I am for him, for the example that he set for me. He doesn't wear a cape, he doesn't have a mask, but he is a superhero. He has got some strength that, I wish I had at times.
Our family is Karisa and I and our 4 kids. Chris and I were high school sweethearts. Our oldest son is Aiden, he's 16. Owen is 14. Quinn is 11, and Lillian is 8 years old. I was in the Navy for 20 years. I retired about 1.5 years ago. Deployments were long. My last deployment was 9 months.
So I homeschool, so I'm home with the kids. I've been homeschooling for 8 years now. We are very active out in the community. We enjoy going out and experiencing life and being part of our community. Lily is so joyful. She has so much joy. That's like our word, joy. And I love to watch her smile, and I love to watch her appreciate everything around her.
She just has a heart of gold. She loves animals. She loves being girly, but she loves being rough and tumble with her brothers, and she just cherishes friendship. She's very, very social. After her diagnosis, when they she just didn't change. They put her through so much. You just wouldn't know it. All the things that her little body had to go through. And she just was unwavering.
Lily has been amazing through this journey. Every time she goes to clinic, they do what's called access her port, and they put a needle into her chest to access in order to put the medicine into her body, the chemo into her body. That little girl has not cried once, not once, when they've done that. Not only that, but she has let other kids watch her be accessed so they can be less scared, and that's amazing to me. Her spirit is to help.
I can't express what it's like to see her go through this and with such grace.
And I'm sure the boys, they saw their sister sick, and it was really, really hard.
We really do have amazing kids. They have done so much to step up and just be a foundation for this family. You know, we've asked them to do a lot when we weren't able to be there on their own, and they've done it.
My hope for Lily is that she continues to help people the way that I know her heart is now.
I hope after all this is through that she never loses that compassion and caring for other people that she's gained through this. And I hope she never loses the realization of what she's actually done. She's done a lot of hard work already, so I hope she uses it as a launch pad for her to do anything else she wants to do in her life.